I've hit the YouTubes. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are going to try and proceed with story type things tonight. Yeah, story. Because I am totally not up for combat. I did try.
Well, you can burn it.
No.
Not you personally.
No, I can't part it.
Yes, you can.
I'd have to take a bard then.
Well, like I said, not you personally.
For those who don't know or who weren't followed yesterday's stream, my Razer Tartarus Pro, they updated the drivers, and because of that, it can't see.
Well, it doesn't react to the profile.
To any profiles, and I run a custom profile in order to be able to play this game at all in combat. And yeah, it's not happening. We'll be looking into it tomorrow afternoon. Or evening. Or something like that. Anyway, we're doing Hildy tonight, aren't we?
Yes, as soon as we can find Nacho.
Oh, I know where Nacho is. She is freezing her little tail off.
Well, that's her problem. Hey, Erica. Hey, Doodles. Well, I did the proper familial thing. I did send my parents an email to tell them I arrived safely.
Yay!
And my mom sent a reply. Good. A bit lonely here without you. Glad your trip was uneventful. We were both fine except we were watching the Chargers, and they are not fine.
Yeah, that sounds like your mom.
Of course, I don't think they watch the Chargers as much anymore since they're technically not San Diego Chargers anymore.
No. San Diego doesn't have a football team anymore, do they?
Nope. And they lost the
Padres.
Clippers? No. They lost the Clippers back when we were still in Fallbrook. So I think the Padres are all that's left. I believe most of my parents' football watching these days is actually UCLA.
Oh, I thought... Oh, no, we don't want, Nacho. We want Seer.
Seer.
The Inquisitor.
What was going on with Hildy when last week, on the last episode of Further Adventures of Hildebrand?
He discovered Gigi.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Seer's down here by the Aetheryte.
I figured they'd all start with Nashu.
Hello, Seer.
This is an awful lot of blue bangs.
This
Towards the firmament
opens the
and ascending
housing
to
district.
Eorzea. Right.
This opens the Ishgard restoration.
Okay. Is there actually a housing district here now?
Yes, it came in as thanks to doing the Ishgard restoration.
Well, we were kind of hoping they'd do a housing district based off of that, but...
Oh, they totally did.
Okay. The Gigi situation. Seer must once more enter into a world he does not quite understand. It's Hildebrand. Nobody understands it.
You just roll with it.
I pray this eve finds you well, Adunia and Rena. Or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. 'Twas unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets, or heresy, it might hold? Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? I'm willing to follow along and watch you try. Fear he be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I am given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Forthomp Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. Ooh, we're going gazebo hunting.
Very dangerous. Gazebos. Oh, I should do something about my volume. Because I had it down so I could listen to videos. There we go. Now people can hear the nice dulcet sounds of Ishgard organs.
Ooh. Only the finest in Ishgard organs.
Something like that. Yeah, I know. My mom's very sad that I don't visit very often, but this last time, oh, my lungs were hurting.
I'm sorry.
I'm just... Yep. And Mr. Stalker is here.
Oh no, he's just an innocent Lala enjoying the heat. There's not a lot of heat to be had in this place.
Nashu? Isn't she adorable? She.
It's a mammoth that doesn't really have a gender. Shall I continue?
Yes. Well, you've got... Gigi
With
is
Gigi.
yours. Yeah.
To the very pinnacle of the heavens.
And this is Nashu. She is totally mistaken.
Okay. I can go with that theory. Verily we shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure in the deepest pit of the seven hells. Just so. Such is the creed of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Oh dear. They're bonding.
Of course they're bonding. It's a Hildy quest.
Well posed, Gigi, well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday.
Oh, if it was only that simple.
Well, he is that simple. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquiry Doctrine, or Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that mammoth of suspected heretical origin into my custody. Why, hello there, Ladunia. Rena, and Inspector Seer, ever the jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic when 'tis plain to see he is merely a precocious young lad.
Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl.
Right.
As if those beautiful foxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity.
Right. Nachu, Please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago?
That's 'cause you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model. A model to show her what's what. Oh god, they're having a pose off.
And Gigi is eating it up. And with Seer. Mistress Frith? Inspector Seer? What is all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard. Oh. Oh, Lord Edmund, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this moment on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the inspector before you arrived. At which point they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? I say we give it a Pokemon game and see which it chooses. It is clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me, not you too. Has the whole world gone mad? In the proximity of Hildebrand? Yes.
Well, remember, this is Edmond de Fautom. He's used to dealing with Godbert Mandreville.
This is true.
He knows how this rolls.
But even supposing this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon. Miraculous resuscitation? Yeah, well, you see... I see. Then until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Manderville. I will even stand as witness here and now, if you wish. Adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father. Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course, I'll do it. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Manderville. Papa Hildy, Papa Hildy.
The inspector's finally become a father! So beautiful!
I am. Now that you no longer need fear the Inquisition, you're free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap, by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmond. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son, we must away. Oh, Lord, I would not presume to question your grand design, but... Confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I am still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is as hale and hearty as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent.
We understand.
And the stalker is gone.
Of course he's gone. Nashu's moved.
Yep. What are you doing?
Boy, look at all them halberds. I've never seen such a well-armed building before. Yeah, there are a lot of halberds up there.
She's not exactly wrong. Okay, where is he?
Where's who? The stalker?
Yeah. He's got to be around here somewhere. Tell me he's actually not here. I hope he's feeling well. Maybe. Do I hope that?
I don't know. Hello, Clink.
Yes.
You poof.
As you can see, we're dealing with Hildebrand. How long must I stand around waiting for that mammoth to do something passably heretical?
Good question,
That
Seer.
might take a while. Judging by the size of their estate, they've wealth to rival House Manderville.
That's not a house.
Dear. Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of start.
Good try. No banana.
Well, maybe you didn't pronounce every syllable. Pray do not fill the mammoth's head with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know. I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain there is no House Durham Temsart, and that is rather a ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption.
Well, Kiki, do you remember anything?
No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, give him a taste of something more prosaic. Let us make our way to the holy stables that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. Suppose he has a nose?
No, I think he's all highs. So, Clink,
Femininely boxy eyes.
you're gonna get a laugh out of this. We tried going into the system and doing a rollback last night after air. Only to find my system had that service turned off.
Or at least it turned it off on the one drive that it was important. It had it still on the old OS drive, but we swapped OS drives this last December.
Yes.
To a nice NVMe drive, and when I did it on my system, it kept that setting on for the new drive. It didn't on yours, so I don't understand.
It just wasn't our night. But thank you very much for reminding us of that option. I wish we could have used it.
Yes,
Oh!
yes, it would have made things so much better. Okay, there is some room in there.
I did get a call back from Razor. I'm gonna fill things out tomorrow
As soon as it was.
and see if we can get it resolved. I've got a feeling it won't resolve until Razor rolls out a new update.
Here's hoping they do and that it solves it. Yep. Well, they will roll out an update sooner or later, but here's hoping that's one of the things they fix.
Mm-hmm. So if I wanted hair that color, I'd have to eat plum, bear fruit, and pineapples. But how many? She's alluding to the fact that you can change the color of chocobo fur, but it's kind of a bugger.
Fur?
Nashu.
No. Feathers.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, chocobos do not have fur.
No, they have feathers.
Who next?
Hildy?
Such noble creatures, chocobos! How many halcyon days did I pass in the saddle, racing across the windswept plains? Dear. Patience. A watched heretic never sins.
He's getting antsy.
Yes, he is.
Antsy pantsy.
Fancy? Splendid specimens of horsebird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. We need to do more of that.
Yeah.
These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself.
How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos. It might help. Really?
It didn't. You know, just because you found him in a Coruscant snowbank doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Sir, you're being sensible. Which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from across the Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. Yes,
Welcome
you're
to the
explicitly
wonderful
complicit.
world of Hildebrand.
I want one! Buy me a chocobo, please, father! And now there's something else he wants. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Gigi. And there's the stalker. Am I that strange looking?
No. We've dealt in Ul'dah. We've seen mammoths before.
Yes.
Mammoths are not strange. Up to the Jolt Cruiser. I keep wanting to auto-habit and put my hand on the controller.
Oh, yeah. That is perfectly sensible.
Ashu? What if I picked one with my eyes closed and gave it as a name day gift to myself? Oh, I wonder what I'd get me.
Good question. Hopefully you can afford it.
Hildy?
These goods would fetch a high price in Ulda. Receive your orders, detain your heretic, meet your quota. Fury take me, it used to be so simple. Frightening on occasion, I grant you. What with my mentor's little episodes, but simple nonetheless.
Also, quota?
Yes.
Quota and
That's
Inquisition.
kind of been mentioned before.
Quota and Inquisition just are words you should not use together.
But they are. Why bother? It's no use.
Oh no.
Depressed Mammoth. Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise you days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits!
Oh no!
Don't worry, he can pay for it.
Oh no. He's in trouble now.
And now for the adventure of Crazy Glue. My word! A vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon! Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? You'd know. One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. Gods only know how much that vase cost.
123,540,000 gil at last assessment. 'Twas over 700 years old and graced of the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke.
And why was it standing out in the outside of your booth? Why is it not in a museum? 100 million gil? Oh, Helone, why have you forsaken me?
Oh, really?
Chronomancy.
Whoa, would you look at that?
Don't knock it over again. It's a miracle. Nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself. Did I do that? Gigi, my boy, it was marvelous. You're a born artisan, just like father. No, Chronomancer. Papa, Hildy's papa.
Your grandpapa Gumpert, the man who woke you with a few gentle taps of on the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with a hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very powers of life and death. Once he and his missus come back from their tour to the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours.
Not demean this mammoth's power is a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. this mammoth?
Sir, I say, sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. No, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless face.
My word, is this what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa, Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth. Gigi, whatever has gotten into you? You are my son. You are a Manderville man.
Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Manderville through and through.
Not helping. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama.
Oh dear. For the
Yeah,
record,
oh dear.
Oka, Hildebrandt and the the Manderville line are Highlander Hewers.
With, a good physique and all the rest of that.
Mm-hmm. Seer?
The unmistakable scent of, well, perhaps not heresy exactly. Regardless, that mammoth's power cannot be allowed to fall into the wrong hands.
Fair enough.
Admittedly, yeah, there are criminal elements to it.
Oh, children do say the most hurtful things.
You two. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I.
I say we find out what's gotten him thinking he's a mammoth.
Yeah, good question. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Oh, never mind. He's learning.
Now, to be fair, Orca, a lot of the Highlanders come from Garabania, and Garabania is mostly Huer and Rogaden. So there is a bit of mixed blood going on there. But you also have the Midlanders, who are more based on the Far East Huers. So they tend to be smaller and more Asiatic looking.
And, of course, there is a bit of mixed blood going on with Hildebrand of a completely different sort.
Possibly. They kind of lampshaded that, walked that back, but yeah, it's Hildebrand. We'll just roll with it. Seer.
Exactly. Just so we're clear, you do agree that it's a mammoth, right? You don't honestly believe that,
I think it's a really advanced mammoth. I'm sure he didn't mean what he said about his Papa Hildy, which means he thinks I'm his mama?
Yep, of course that's what she would get out of this. The measure of a mammoth. Hildebrand knows in his hurt that love transcends dimensions of time and space, definitions of man and machine. The course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildebrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son.
That's the spirit! Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who unmasks thieves, defeats duelists, and leads armies of the undead.
Yes, that's all. Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentries stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If Fury help us, he has left Ishgard. We need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed.
Time to go search for a missing mammoth.
Nah. Why would we do that?
Because he's cute and goes gee 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 gee.
Something like that?
You think I'm wrong?
No!
Just for more Orca's benefit, because he's kind of new to a lot of the FF lore verse. Gigi,
And there is a lot of FF
who
lore.
is indeed a mammoth, is patterned after what's referred to as the traditional black mage. This is kind of the art design aesthetic that has been around since game 1.
Yes, when you had, 8-bit sprites, so... yeah.
But codified into a very distinct character from 9 called Vivi.
Yes, and Vivi is one of the great characters from 9.
Yeah, Vivi was something special.
Yeah, he was. Little fella with a wide-brimmed hat. He came through here, bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them was a Lollapels, right? Funny little buggers. Seemed keen to be anywhere but here. He is the right size.
Yep.
Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description.
That's because he left through these gates.
Falcon's Nest. Fury, take me. We must return to that freezing pit of despair. Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more, and call him George.
Hush you.
However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Really? He seemed in no mood to frolic when last I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend the vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was, in fact, a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Western Corythus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where we first found him. Home to his heretic masters, to share with them the intelligence that he gathered in the city. At long last, the undeniable, unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. And I'm behind the quota.
Inspector, I'm starting to think Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl.
It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Hold on a moment. Help me.
Can you repeat that? Because, I think the mic cut you out because you were laughing too hard. You need to start it until such time.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten that far. I got through the first sentence and needed to strangle him.
Okay, fair enough.
Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him around to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the Manderville way.
No, it's not. You are anything but subtle.
Chewing the scenery like this has been passed down in the Manderville family for generations.
Yes!
Hold on. I've got no quarrel with Wallafell's mind, but you hear things sometimes, like how they've got a scheming nature, how they'll stab you in the calf for a handful of gil. And I like me calves just the way they are, thank you very much.
He isn't wrong with some of them.
Yeah, it's less Lalafells and more inhabitants of Old Daw.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I checked with them. That was good.
And yeah, Marshmallow has the black mage suit. Don't you, Marshmallow? Yes. Who's a good burb?
Work, work.
You're a good burb.
Work, work. If he's such a good burb, then where's his treats?
In your pockets.
Here, have a Gagel Green. Or...
Yes, they love their Gagel Greens.
And Doodles had a couple of good comments. Once again, Hildy adds 1 + 1 and gets mustard.
Yes, that is Hildebrandt in a nutshell.
And Hildy's as subtle as a hand grenade. That might be giving him too much credit. Ooh, Orca. He's about as subtle as a Rogaine practicing ballet.
Yeah.
That's good.
What was it we were discussing over dinner? No, you weren't there for that.
No, I wasn't. I'm sorry.
How...
I'm in quarantine just to make sure. You know, anything is, like I said, telling Baron, I have this sore throat that I begin the morning with it, and it, persists for about half the day. And on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like 0.1. But it just wants to hang around.
No, we were discussing at dinner the fact that I ran across the Skeletor meme that was,
oh no.
How many stupid people are in the world is directly proportional to how smart you are. Until we meet again!
Yeah,
and
wow.
I made the correction, which there is some sad truth to it, was, the amount of stupid people in the world is directly proportional to how smart you think you are.
There is something to be said for that.
Because there is a thing that a lot of people have been actually doing whole research papers on, where you're so dumb you think you're smart.
Oh, yes.
And the smarter you are, the more you question your intelligence.
Yep. The more you know, the more you realize what you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sorry for intelligence and everything. My favorite is still my thing. About Fairy Tale.
Oh, yeah. That Happy
Oh.
only looks smart because he's standing next to Nashu.
Yes. I told that to AJ, and he was just, oh, ow.
Or
Good point.
Natsu. Why did I say Nashu? Well, that also applies, but
Yeah.
but my entire quote there, that kind of applies to Hildebrand.
Yeah. I would know these tiny footprints anywhere. Gigi came this way.
Unfortunately,
And
I'll
that
have to
looks
be right back.
Oh no! Where are you going? Yeah. Well, yeah, so it's just me. And all of you. I'm kind of outnumbered. I'm in trouble. Leaving me here with nothing in particular to talk about. I heard that. Yeah, I was at my parents' last week. Most of you should know. Drive home was quite boring and uneventful, which is, in retrospect, the way I like it. At the time, it's just boring. Yes, the little Vera's room. Oh, I haven't mentioned to you as much since I know you can hear. One little sad thing is, of course, I replaced the charger for my Surface Pro a little bit ago because it was having some trouble, and the new charger has been having some trouble. And I had the backup at work where it was serving as kind of backup duty, and it was actually performing well there. And I brought it home a couple of weeks ago, my last visit to the office before they stopped the lease. And I am fully remote all the time. But anyway, I brought the original charger with me on vacation and just left the secondary, the new one here. Yeah, it has problems, the old one. It doesn't charge unless basically the wire gets held in a very particular, or a few particular directions. The wiring at the plug end for the Surface, where it plugs into the Surface, is definitely loose. Ooh, yeah, that is a common problem, Orca. Especially if you've got like an iPhone, because the Apple wires in many ways, or the cables are in many ways are very nice. The plugs are well built, unlike a lot of the imitators. But yeah, their wire protection is not good enough.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you heard what I was saying though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so the backup charger is pure backup because there is loose wiring in there.
Oh.
The new one is just, it occasionally fails, and I don't know or understand how or why, but it's a case of unplug the power cable from the brick, and after a few seconds plug it back in, and usually that works. Sometimes I have to do that like 3 times or so.
Ew.
Yeah, but that one, the wiring itself is fine. There's just something about the brick itself. USB Android. Yeah, okay.
Even her footprints are adorable. They almost look like they were made by one of those clockwork minions.
Really? Fancy that. The tracks continue to the north.
Yes.
I knew it. The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics.
I don't like your tone much, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector. I think I just had one of those moments, of insight. Maybe
That would be a first.
Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her her grandpa might like to see some of her traits.
Brilliant deduction, Nacho. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The self-same ones he renounced when he declared you are not his father. Ah, what a fine young gentleman eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandervilles beckons.
Oh no, here it comes.
I really can't be bothered.
Oh, you will be bothered. You will so be bothered.
Yeah, I have to admit I have not used my Pixel's main USB-C recharging cable as much because, yeah, I have a lack of USB-C ports, so I have a B to A adapter, or C to A adapter that I use instead. That one's holding up. Tracks continue to the north. Thanks for all the effort, Eorzea.
Quack.
What would we do without a good burp like you?
Quack. Really?
Um,
Oh, right in the kisser!
yeah.
And notice the dead impala around her. On
Come
them.
now, you'll have to do better than that.
And Gigi.
Yeah.
Gigi, are you okay? Did you get hit by one of these snowballs? They might be deadly.
The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round, traveling at high speed.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Come on, let's reboot you. Get you back up to operating temperature. My head, who? Oh, it's you. You followed me?
Of course we did. We're worried about you.
Oh, Gigi, if you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you're unharmed. Godbert is stumbling there. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven head first into the earth on no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from malms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. We believe you.
Yes, that's the correct response, Seer. Yes.
The Earth is no less brilliant for the experience either. Why are you nodding? Oh. He's behind me, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
What good fortune to cross paths with you lot so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed with my duel with Julian. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us?
No.
Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Okay. Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpa Godbert, grant me life Make me a real boy. Now he's Pinocchio.
Had to get one last snowball in, didn't you, Julian?
Of course she did. She's not gonna stop for anything like a cutscene. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Yeah. Enduring that is the
He's
real cost.
learning!
Then let us begin. Really? Really, Godbert? This body is everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbert. Thank you. Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. Barakat, guide my hammer.
Byrocrat's going, I want nothing to do with this!
Really? I forgot this part. Papa Hildy, I'm a Manderville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Papa Hildy. Gigi.
Oh, God. So touching.
What are you doing?
Being a Mantrafil man!
Yes. Yep.
That is so Mantrafil. Yeah, that's the expression right there. And he's happy.
It's his son. Of course he's happy.
I think you overdid it, Godbert.
Now that brings back some memories.
Of course it would.
Papa Hildy. Oh dear, who could have done such a thing?
Oh dear. Well, that didn't last long.
Was that self-inflicted? By the Fury, it's just like the vase all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this, more manageable.
And more adorable.
But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth? Is that what's been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? A Manderville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, "Nay, I am a Manderville mammoth."
She's not wrong, but...
He's wrong, but he has a point. Mother? Father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Manderville. Gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth. Did you hear that, woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandpapa Godbert. Ha! It all makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Yeah, beware frying pans. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Ha ha ha! Uh-oh.
And what's so bloody grand about it? At least they have self-preservation instincts. I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Yeah, I'm not going to get in the way of that.
I don't blame you, sir. Fury take me. I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but... No, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not. The rules be damned. I'm not risking my life to find out.
Smart boy!
I suppose she'd be more dark culinarian.
Yeah, we don't mess with Julian. She's the only one who scares Godbert.
I'm utterly mad. The whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I will never understand.
They're touched. What can we say?
Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I wouldn't know a mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth! Why should I care what it claims to think or feel?
Because it does.
Fury take me. Your idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to the superior, one step at a time. One step at a time. Oh dear. That can't be good.
No. No. It's never good. And back to Foundation. But yeah, anyone who terrifies Godbert, you leave well enough alone.
Yes.
At least the Mandervilles have their bonk ability going for them.
Yes. Yes. Actually, I think rather than bonk, which is tune, they are more T-Foss characters with high levels of cool. Because with enough cool, you can shrug off a nuke.
Possible, but Hildy tends to take a lot more damage, so he more has bonk.
Okay.
Godbert has cool.
Yeah. And so probably does Julia.
Yeah. Hey, Seer.
Right then. My superiors, having been informed of the mammoth's adoption by House Manderville, as witnessed by House Tom, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations, and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories, and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Manderville mammoth, casting about for any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there's something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself, to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Outside of Alexander, where else have we seen time magics?
Alexander?
Like I said, outside of Alexander.
Alexander? I'm assuming the buttons here.
Yeah, well. You, Inspector. That is a nice illo they have for the card.
Yes.
And that's the end of this chapter.
So I guess we're on the main story?
Yes.
Is that possible? How long has it been?
I don't know. A while? And we need to go to the upper city.
Yes.
Probably House Tom.
Yes.
Because House Tom.
We need to House for Tommet.
Oh, Doodles, that, oh, ow. Mammothville.
Yeah, well.
Ow.
At least in the Hellfire armor, we've been warm.
Yes. Though I'm a little concerned that we're going to get recruited by Santa to lead his sleigh.
We do have the headlights for it.
Yes. Since her horns glow so bright, will you guide my sleigh tonight?
Okay, off with the silly. Hello, Hartom's Knight.
Promises Kent. A new day dawns in Ishgard, and the house for Tom Knight has tidings for you. Mistress Frith, you are come at a most excellent time. An invitation from a truly preeminent personage was delivered to the manor but a short while ago. Would that you had been present to receive it, but in any event. Sir Emeric de Burrell, Lord Speaker of the House of Lords, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and Viscount of House Burrell, cordially invites Mistresses Frith to dine with him at his estate.
Oh dear. We're finally having
Not
the
gonna
dinner?
Turn him down. Do you suppose there will be tacos?
I don't think they have tacos in Ishgard. More's the
Aw.
pity.
You seem surprised. The messenger assured me that his lord had broached the subject with you at an earlier date, when the arrangements for the peace conference were still being finalized. Of course, the intervening moons afforded little opportunity for leisure, but with the happy advent of peace, 'tis plain the Lord Commander sees no further cause to delay. What say you?
Can I get into something a little nicer?
I haven't the foggiest what to wear. Any
What
thoughts? Yes, what do you wear to a very formal dinner in Ishgard? You would ask me. Well, I'm sure that as a personal friend of Sir Emeric, you're at liberty to wear whatever you deem appropriate. That said, when in doubt, a man of note could do far worse than an alpine coat. At least, that's what Lord Amadeline has been heard to say. I assume the same holds true for ladies. When you're ready, pray report to the Astrologicum. A man of House Burrell shall be waiting near there to escort you the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think we might take a second to go downstairs to the Forgotten Knight and go use a glamour chest. Yeah, this will not do. Better.
Yeah, that's about as good as mine gets.
Maybe? No.
Oh dear.
Also no. Yeah, here's hoping we have something nice in the glamour chest or the armoire.
I'm not sure I have anything in my glamour chest.
Actually, do I
have
have
a few
anything
pieces
set
I've
up
been
in
kind of-
plates? No.
Me? No.
Better, but not in Ishgard. Definitely not in Ishgard.
Yeah, the main thing I have set up is I
Ooh.
have the Viera boots set up so I can glam
But
to
also
them.
maybe
Oh,
not
and I
in
have the
Ishgard?
summer stuff, and no. And the bikini, no.
No. That seems a little tacky for a date with Emeric.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe that, if you can take a look at mine.
Ooh, that could work.
Yeah.
Too
That's just a
bad.
nipple of war, so anything could do it.
No. 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 What's in the chest? I have one possible. Ah. Okay, what do we got here? We do have an alpine coat.
that in the glamour dresser.
That's actually kind of a possibility.
Eh?
The Madrigal set.
Yeah, it is nice looking. I really wish Nashtu would wear it more often because she looks really good in it compared to her normal dumpy outfit.
We can go for a high military coat. Actually, looks kind of classy.
Yeah. I don't think I have that.
That is the Serpent's Lieutenant jacket, or Storm's Lieutenant jacket. That.
I don't have that.
What have we got in the armoire? Can we switch to the armoire? There's the armoire.
Should be able. Oh.
Okay, that's weapon. We want chest. No. Actually, let's do this on a different plate. Clown top? I don't think so. Knight of Devilry top.
No. Maybe.
Ooh, there we go. The Dapper Rabbit suit.
Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah.
The chicken suit. The top barrel.
Yes. And of course, the imp suit.
Not Nishgard. It's a gorgeous top, not Nishgard.
Yes.
Ooh, there we go. Sentai it.
Mm-hmm.
No. No. Ooh, there we go.
Which one?
The Valentinos. You've got the
I don't
waistcoat?
seem to have those two.
You should.
I have the rose dress and then the two emissaries.
They might actually be in your glamour dresser as opposed to the armoire.
Maybe.
I think the Valentinos looks better on Rena.
Ooh. Under number 5, Metian vest.
Yeah, that was from the 16 crossover.
Yeah. That actually could work.
There's a look.
Yep, it is a look.
Should I go
says,
for?
I can't take you anywhere.
Should I go for the vest or the dress? Tempted to go for the vest.
Yes.
Do I have any dye on me? Don't think I do. Got red dye, but... Ooh, pink.
God, I better go for full gloves.
You know?
Uh-huh. Huh. And darn it. Because that was that.
That actually looks quite charming. Okay, I think I'm ready.
And... Okay, what a class do I want to redress? Because I am not redressing warrior.
Yeah, I redressed ninja. Though dyed red, this can make for an interesting red mage suit.
Dang it, they're all kind of nice looking. I don't want to overrate these. White mage is a little more blah. Okay.
Hiya!
You ready to go to this?
I think so. At least we're not doing it in a giant fursuits.
Yeah.
Or bondage gear.
Or spiky spikes.
Or spiky spikes.
Thankfully, we're nowhere near level 96.
Oh, yeah. That stuff was special.
Yeah.
We've seen it. Hello,
Yes.
House Burl Stewart.
Greetings and well met, Mr. Sisfrith. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as head steward of House Barrel, though admittedly our staff is somewhat smaller than those of the other noble families, being countable on one hand. My lord will be overjoyed to hear that you've accepted his invitation. As you will soon see, we have spared no expense. I dare say women of action such as yourselves enjoy nary a moment's respite. Aye, the battlefield beckons even now, I am sure. But for this day, we bid you lay down your burdens and raise a glass to peace and prosperity.
So are we going to get, like, poisoned? Because every time we've tried to attend to some sort of state dinner, things have gone really badly.
It's not a public function, we'll be fine.
I hope so. Because while this food does look polygonal, it also does not look half bad either.
To think the Moogles would prove such harsh taskmasters. Forgive me. I did not know you had suffered so in your quest for the horn.
Yeah, well, Moogles, what do you want?
European dining.
Yes.
I must say, your spirited accounts always come as a welcome change from the arid reports which fill my days.
No, sorry, I don't trust that stuff anymore. Not
I was
after
not
the...
going to say it.
Yeah. Ah, spiced tea.
Yeah, okay, be careful. If it tastes delicious, don't swallow.
Though I have lived in these lands my entire life, to hear you speak of them, there is much and more I have yet to see. Truly, yours was a marvelous journey.
It wasn't all sunshine and lemon cakes.
Indeed not. I don't remember any lemon cakes.
Yeah, no lemon cakes at all. Total disappointment.
Nor would I presume to imply otherwise. Neither I nor any man alive can truly understand what you have endured, and I cannot say with any confidence that I would have acquitted myself as well under the circumstances, much less grown stronger for it.
Watching Alfie gather firewood was an inspiration to us all.
By your deeds, you have helped us to lay the foundation for lasting reform. The formation of the Republic is but the beginning, for it is not only our system of governance which must needs change. We, the people, must learn to let go of our hatreds and rise above our bloody past. I only pray that I live long enough to see us achieve some measure of success, that I might know the lost did not die in vain. I can still see you there on the steps of faith, striding fearlessly towards the worm. If you could do that, who are we to balk at the challenges ahead? The question of how best to strengthen ties with the other great nations of Eorzea has been debated at length in the Lords and Commons of late. As you may imagine, maintaining stability during this period of historic upheaval is our paramount concern. Nevertheless, we are greatly indebted to the Alliance for their support during the Grand Melee, and it would be remiss of us not to repay their faith in kind. Of course, we owe you the greatest debt of all, and it is my hope that in extending our support to you and the Scions, we might also express our gratitude to our neighbors, nay, our fellow Eorzeans, whom we pray you will continue to protect. The Lords and Commons agree on very little, but not a soul in either house begrudges your order this offer of patronage. For all you have done and will do, we thank you.
You are very welcome. If you start coughing, I'm gonna have a fit.
May I ask a personal question? Now that the dust has settled, what will you do? Not as a scion, I mean, but what do you want for yourself?
The railroad tracks over there, I will follow them.
Now.
We know how this plays out.
Lord Commander, pray forgive the interruption.
News from House Fulton?
An urgent message for the Warrior of Light. I was instructed to deliver it without delay. Master Thancred returned to the manor a short time ago, bearing an injured maiden.
Wait, what?
Master Leveilleur and Mistress Tataru are tending to her wounds, but they like not her chances. Respectfully, my lord, they have requested the Warrior of Light's immediate presence.
You must go to them, my friend, and I shall go with you.
But all this food we're leaving, but can I have a doggy bag?
At least this dinner ended better than the last one.
This is very
For
true.
every ending marks a new beginning. From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn, as did she. Only to be drawn unto another battlefield, another cause, as if by fate.
And that's an excellent place to end for the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we go down to the Forgotten Night and have some drinks?
Yeah, we can stand around for another week.
Yes, perfect timing. It was nice to have a dinner. It may have been interrupted, but I think this is good news as opposed to all the other times we've sat down to have something to eat and it's been poor.
Like I said, this was a much better ending than the last dinner.
I don't know. We didn't even get a chance to eat the last dinner. We were knocked out by sleeping potion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the Trojans are on it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, drinkies. Drinkies at the table.
Yes.
Well, thank you all very much for coming along tonight. We will be back tomorrow night. Hopefully, I will have my controller, Razer,
count on it.
keypad fixed so that we can actually, do something. But, yeah, I'm not holding my breath. I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Well, either art or start Utuari Remoto.
It might
Or
be
you-
art.
Or you could have me start Stir Control 2 or something, but yeah, probably art.
We'll figure it out. If it is just an art stream, it will not be on YouTube. I generally don't archive those. But we'll figure something out. Until then, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you next time.
Yes, everyone have a great night. Hopefully see you here tomorrow. Hopefully in FF14, but don't hold your breath.
Yeah. Good night, all.
Much of anything else.